Percussion is a big, wide world of instruments. The piano is fairly well codified around the world, and percussion is different everywhere you go. So I try to impart a little bit of the unusualness of percussion from around the world. So I'm going to demonstrate a little, very brief solo on an instrument from Brazil called the pandeiro, which is a tambourine. And then I'm going to go to a classical percussion piece, a snare drum solo. And then I'm going to do a short demonstration about what everybody wants to learn here seems to be drum set. People really gravitate towards that. And for good reason. It's a very versatile instrument. It can do a lot. It teaches you a lot about coordination, and it's just a wonderful instrument. So we'll finish up with that. So I'm going to begin with a short demonstration of this instrument from Brazil called the pandeiro, which is a tambourine. And tambourines throughout the world, traditions from all over the place outside of America, are very virtuosic. They're not. This is what we know about tambourine in America, right? Okay. There is actually a virtuosic tambourine tradition from the Baptist churches in the South, which is fantastic. Little known outside of that. But this is the Brazilian tradition, and it's called the pandeiro. I can teach some other hand drums, congas. I have a bongo student. I have other students who work with frame drums, tambourines, doumbeks, bongos, timbales, all kinds of things. Now I'm going to play a classical piece. This is a classical snare drum solo by Jacques Delacluse from the Douze Etudes. It's a snare drum solo number 1. organized teaching drum set, especially to kids. And let's see, is this on? I might need this to be on.
Turn the button on the microphone
okay.
on, right?
Let's see, that's a little better. Great. Okay, this will allow me to play and talk at the same time. So we use a tradition of vocalization to teach rhythm, and we use here what we call the fruit rhythms. So I'm just going to give you some fruit rhythms. I'll give you 4 fruits. We'll start with the basic pear. So this is pear, 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 pear. Pear, pear, mango, pear. Mango, pear, mango, pear. Coconut, mango, mango, pear. Mango, coconut, mango, coconut. Watermelon, pear, mango, pear. Raspberry, coconut, mango, pear. Mango, mango, don't eat the mango. Eat the mango, eat the pear. Don't eat the coconut, eat the mango. Geniuses. Incredible. If you can say the fruit, if you can say the rhythm, you can remember it better, and you can reproduce it more accurately. I like to start with the fruit rhythms, get them learning about the fruits. You can construct entire pieces using fruit rhythms, and then I start to identify what those note shapes look like, and then they're reading. I have students reading all of the stuff that we've clapped there in regular notation, and they don't bat an eye. So when we start learning about the drum set, we start with the basic instruments are the kick drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat. All this extra stuff we get to eventually. But to create some kind of coordination between your limbs, I like to start very simple. So we have pairs, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I put a bass drum on the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then I have them do the hi-hat and the snare drum. So the snare drum lands on the third one. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those together, and you have a basic rock beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, once they're at this point, then we start varying the bass drum. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to speed it up a little bit so you can hear what it sounds like when these pairs on the hi-hat turn into mangoes. Mango, 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 mango. Now my variations on the bass drum. Turn it into a little bit more interesting music. Now, once we've got this down and we've gone through all the variations on the bass drum, then we start changing up the hi-hat. So maybe we do coconut, 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 coconut. We do those variations with coconuts. Or open coconuts. Now we're adding the hi-hat, the left foot on the hi-hat. Coconut, 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 coconut. Raspberry, 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 watermelon, 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 watermelon. All these fruit rhythms serve to create these basic patterns that we use on the drum set. Then we start talking about some musical ideas, like taking the band from the verse to the chorus. The chorus is big, everyone's singing along, so we need to have some kind of way to get there. And the drummer serves that purpose by creating a little end of the phrase, period, that takes you from one place to the next. We call this groove to fill. So I'm going to groove, this is my groove, and then I'm going to play a fill, and I'm going to go to the ride cymbal. Now we're in the chorus. We'll play another show that takes us back to the verse. Now we're back to the verse. Now if you want, we can take all of these patterns and we can move them around to the different parts of the drum set. Brazilian samba. Or a baião. Or a salsa. So all of these different rhythms I played at the end here, the samba, the baião, the salsa, are patterns that come from other places in the world, other rhythms that are incorporated onto the drum set because the drum set is now a global instrument. Thank you.